It's the final game of the West Indies home international series. And as usual, Brandon King is out. Pakistan won the toss, chose to field, and sent West Indies into bat. And after 3 overs, they are 12 for 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. On this, the final day of our home international series. It's the third one-day international between Pakistan and the West Indies, live from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba, Trinidad. West Indies 12 for 1, Brandon King, the batsman, out. Carti and Lewis is at the crease as West Indies look to get themselves off to a good start despite losing the early wicket of Brandon King. Once again, Pakistan winning the toss and asks West Indies to bat first. And they are 12 for 1, Carti is on 1, and Evan Lewis is on 6. The batsman out, Brandon King, caught by Aga Salman at first slip of the bowling of Naseem Shah for 5. He faced 8 deliveries and he inside edge a ball past the leg stump down to fine leg for 4. So 1-4, 1 singer, and then out caught. This time though, it was a good delivery, but nonetheless, he's gone. And when you are not informed, those are the type of deliveries that you will get. So hoping now that Carti and Lewis will rebuild this innings and get us off to a good start. So the run struck Hassan Ali over the wicket to the left-handed Lewis, who steered this forward of point, and they go through for a single, and he would have been run out if the throw had hit the stump. So he just ambered him back in his crease. They set out for the single, but then they decide against it, and Lewis just ambered back like he was on a Sunday afternoon stroll. And that he would have been gone had that throw hit the stump. Let's see from side on. Clearly gone. He was at the pub. He was just strolling towards the pub in Trinidad while the Pakistani were playing cricket. So he's on his back foot, standing up tall, play it back down the inside of the pitch to the bowler who field in his follow through. So that's looking. So I do understand how comes Hassan Ali has been bowling so well. Can't understand that. So it's a bright Tuesday morning in Trinidad, also in Kingston, Jamaica. Bright morning. Excitement in the place later today, just as it was on Sunday. Hassan Ali bowls to Lewis, squared him up for a second slip down to third man for a single. 1 more to the total, 13 for 1. Yes, Sunday was a epic day in Jamaica, and today is expected to be equally epic. A lot of excitement in the place. General election scheduled for the 3rd of September. And as a result, there's a lot of excitement. So Carti is on 1. He comes into strike. Let's watch now as Hassan Ali. Good morning, Envoy. Out South Africa. South Africa. What an innings that from Brevis this morning, Envoy. Well played by the young man. Whipped away by Casey Carti to the man at mid-on who misfield, but they can't score. The score remains at 13 for 1 after 4. 13 for 1 after 4. So the West Indies playing 11 there on your screen. Brandon King, Evan Lewis, Casey Carti, Shea Hope, Shafeen Rutherford, Ruston Chase, Romario Shepherd back into the team, replacing Jediah Blades, Justin Greaves, Gudakesh Moti, Shamar Joseph, and Jaden Seals. That's the West Indies playing 11 for today's game. Good morning to you, Mrs. Brown. Hope you enjoy your breakfast. Have a blessed day. Yes, Mrs. Brown, I enjoy the breakfast. Wow. Wow. Mrs. Brown is not easy there. I come to you. Over the wicket, bowls pitched up, dug out by Lewis, and the ball goes to mid-on, and Carti call him through for a quick single. The return comes into the keeper. 14 for 1 after 4.1 overs. 14 for 1. Lewis is on 8. Carti is on 1. Yeah, I understand the logic is in playing Brandon King today, but insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, said Leroy George. But it can't be logics and insanity at the same time. It can't be insanity and logical at the same time, Leroy George. We are trying to work out that as this one is turned away down to short fine leg, I look if it comes off the pad or off the bat. Nonetheless, it's 15 for 1. Just waiting on the umpire. Well, waiting on the scorers now to adjust the score. So it's leg by signal, 15 for 1 West Indies. I'm just trying to work out that if it can be, if something can be logical and at the same time, it is insanity. It's insane. Logical, I don't know. A student of English, please tell me. Mrs. Brown gone? As Lewis defends that one to mid-off from Naseem Shah, and the score remains at 15 for 1. So that message from Mrs. Brown asking about say that, good morning, Sir B. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. Have a blessed day. So I gotta give you the story behind that, you know. So in an effort to get my breakfast ready on time before I start the game, which I eventually start late after about 2 or 3 overs, Mrs. Brown now, she shared my breakfast before her because she was hurrying up because she wants me to be on time. And so she was not at the table when I was eating breakfast, and I was not happy with that, you know. So, and she knows that I was not happy that we were not having breakfast together, although she was doing the right thing by allowing me to have my breakfast so that the watch along can start. So she hurry up to make sure that my breakfast is set, and then she was preparing hers, you know. But then I was probably too demanding on her to be at the table with me while I was having breakfast. So that's why that comment came in. But have a wonderful day, Mrs. Brown. We'll talk later. Good morning, Jamur. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? You know? Never understand. Yeah, I can't understand Leroy George. I don't know if something can be logical and insane at the same time. How is the pitch? Does it looks like a belter to bat on? I don't know. It's too early and I'm not there as Carti plays this one back down the offside of the pitch. The bowler tried to stop it, but he was backed up by mid-off. 16 for 1 after 5 overs. Carti on 1, Lewis on 8. Pakistan winning the toss and asking West Indies to bat first. I really hope you are hearing me loud and clear today. No, Coretta Singh. I know that she'll step in, you know. I know you'll step in, you know, Coretta, when you hear about Jennifer, you know. Coretta Singh, all 3 of us went to Micah together. Both Coretta and Jennifer and I, all 3 of us. So she knows Jennifer quite well, so I guess she's coming to defend her. It was good morning to you, my dear friend Coretta Singh, you know. Have a blessed day. I know that have a blessed day, you know, Coretta. I know what is that blessed day. I know that's a little niggering, you know. Yeah, good morning to you, Sheldon. How the pitch playing over there in Trinidad, Sheldon? 16 for 1. Are they going to review this? Hassan Ali, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, right on the mark. Did he get the signal in on time? That was right on the mark there. Right on the mark. Did he get it in on time? Left to be seen. Thank you, Leroy George. Thank you for advising me. Guys, did you see Delwar Griffith score 125 runs not out of South Africa 218? We saw it. I saw it in part. My good friend Elton Tucker sent me a text message early in the day. So let us track this ball. So inside edge there. Inside edge. So did it carry? So how could they appeal for that? How could they review that? These Pakistani, usually in Pakistan, they would get this decision, you know, when they are playing in their first class season in Pakistan, they would get this decision. And so these bowlers pile up their stock in Pakistan by getting these decisions. But now on the international scene, you can't expect to get it. Brandon King is now a sure wicket early on. I hope he finds some form soon. Yes, Ayana. He has been a walking wicket in this series, isn't it? As Lewis driven at that one outside the half stump through to the keeper and there is no runs. Yes, Ayana. He has definitely been a walking wicket. I don't recall any time that I have been doing a watch along and by the time that I came on that Brandon King was still batting. I can't recall. No, I can't recall. Good morning to you, Sherwin. I told you Sammy didn't pick the squads. What are you talking about, Sherwin? Please explain more to me. I told you Darren Sammy didn't pick the squads. Also, thank you, Sheldon, for that update. The pitch is taking more turn. Appreciate that, Sheldon. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And Frame was saying, yes, it was not out. Big inside edge. We really want to see a better camera angle of the crowd, you know, to see if there's a good crowd. Asi bowls to Lewis, defends out into the offside. 16 for 1 after 5.3. We want to see it. I don't like this run rate because the chance of it raining is very high. So we are going to need to score at a good rate. Good point that as usual, Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas always making some good points, some solid, intelligent points, you know. He's over there in Brazil. Are you still in Brazil, Michael Douglas? Or are you on summer holiday now? I think Michael Douglas attends a university in Brazil. Over the wicket, Komasan Ali bowls to Lewis, tucked it to mid-wicket, no run. 16 for 1 after 5.5. Lewis remained on 8. Carti remains on 1. Wait, Brandon King out. Oh, Lord. Yes, yeah, he already out. To be honest, he got a good ball this time. I think it jumped more on him, but again, he's gone. As someone said in this series, it has been a walking wicket. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Casanova. How you doing? He has been a walking wicket. You know, the funny thing about it, you know, the screen is scrolling nicely today, and I know that I'm probably missing out some chats. But yesterday, when there was no sound, the screen was not scrolling either. So I did not see the message that there was no sound until for about 20 minutes. You know, so I was there talking and no one was hearing me. But today, now the screen is scrolling nicely and, you know, and there's sound. So maybe both of them work together. Yeah, probably that's why. Probably things were just not working yesterday. There are a few ships there in the harbor. That's a oil tanker there. Trinidad still producing oil? Yes. Jamaica sold them some oil the other day. Oh, Sheldon and Leroy George and all the Trinidadian here. How you doing? You hug up a 6-2 there from. It's 6-2 the Jamaican under 15 gave you guys. Hug up that Sheldon. Hug up that Sheldon. If they are going, Leroy George, I think is also from Trinidad, is he? As that what is played out into the covers. I think Leroy George is from Trinidad too. Hug up that Leroy, George, and Sheldon. 6-2. How was it 6 love? Patrick Davey, welcome to the show. If they are going to keep him in the squad, maybe put him down the order since he's struggling. Okay, Ayana. I think he should either be dropped. If he's not opening, he should be dropped. I don't think that when a player fail at the top of the innings, he deserves a game down the middle order. I don't think so. As that one is driven through the offside by Casey Carti, he runs into the cover boundary. Pleasing shot by Casey Carti. Not the cleanest of cover drive right out of the screw, but it bounced away down to the cover boundary for 4. And that's what matters. 4 to Carti. He moves up to 5. West Indies 20 for 1. Yes, so I don't believe that a player who is batting at the top of the order and is struggling should be given a second chance down in the middle of the order at the expense of a middle order batsman. You either play him or you drop him. You know, and say, go back and get some form and come back. You know, a lot of persons think that when a batsman is dropped, he will not get back into the West Indies team. That's not true. As Carti plays this one wide of the mid-on field and they go through for a good singer. 1 more to the total. He moves up to 6. Rizwan is not happy with that. 21 for 1. Nazim Shah in his 4th over. 1 for 14 from 3.3. Good morning, Karis. Good morning, Karis. How are you doing? All of us Trini in the house. Hug up your 6-2, Karis. Hug up it. So, Sherwin, where you get that information from that Sammy doesn't pick the squad? This squad. Sherwin, where you get that information from? That Sammy doesn't pick the squad. So this is not correct then. This is not correct then, Sherwin. Eh? This is the West Indies talent pathway system chart, you know. So I don't know. That's not correct. So tell me, talk to me, boss. I don't know. You're saying that, and I saw the head coach at the top. He takes suggestions from other persons, like the senior talent manager, who would have taken advice from the territorial talent ID, whatsoever that means. But he having a discussion, but in the end, he's the one who picked the squad. So talk to me, Sherwin. I don't understand. Yes, Frame is saying like up the lives. So yeah, we probably need to like up the lives. Whipped away down towards deep mid wicket by Evan Lewis. And they come back for 2. 23 for 1 now after 6.5 with Evan Lewis on 10, Casey Carti on 6. I listened to the conference yesterday. He said, yes, and what did you hear from that conference? Good morning, Shirley Samuels. How are you? Thank you very much for tuning in. So the ladies are tuning in. Thank you very much. Coretta Singh, Shirley Samuels. Thank you. It's good to have you here. Driven through the offside to the right of mid-off, but they stay in their ground as Lewis came on his front foot and pressed the final delivery of over number 7. It's 23 for 1 after 7 overs. I suggest last night that King and Blades should be... What's that word? I don't... Thank us. Okay, good. Yes, Sammy has the final way. Say, yeah, definitely. Well, every time we know that there is a committee that picked this, so there seems to be some confusion coming out, you know. But let's. So sure we know. All right. Trinidad economy is struggling because they refuse to invest oil money back into their Mr. Casanova. Why are we getting into that now? You know. We are a cricket channel, you know, but we are a sport channel. What you said? The economy is struggling because they are not investing the money back in infrastructure. using the same old oil pipes from decades ago and didn't invest into the refinery. I think Jamaica exported some oil to Trinidad the other day. Didn't we export some oil to Trinidad the other day? And it caused one uproar. Probably that's why the government at the time lost the election. Trinidad importing oil importing country, importing oil from a non-oil importing country. Very interesting. Hassan over the wickets bowl stole Lewis, played it down the half side of the pitch. 24 for 1. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Casanova, we have to hear from Leroy George and Sheldon and Caris, all those great Trinis. Oh, that happened. Trini I get bashed this morning, them I get bashed over the 6-2 and then get from Jamaica. And them all I know them I get bashed over the aisle. Very good. I'm watching on 10 Sport 1 and not much people watching, just a handful, said Patrick Davey. Yes. So Leroy George is saying that we purchased aviation fuel from Jamaica. Okay, cool. It is clear that Sherwin does not understand the process, said Sheldon Smith. We have those challenges with Sherwin in the past, so I can understand why Sheldon would say that, because we do have those challenges with Sherwin in the past. Please remember to click on that thumbs up button and give the video a like, you know. That's important. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone is here who are here. So please slash on that thumbs up button and give the video a like, please. That's a short delivery which Lewis just allows it to go over his head. Was bowled by the run struck Hassan Ali. It's 26 for 1 in over number 8. These 8 overs flew by. You know, these 8 overs flew by very quickly. So let's hope as the thumbnail, what the thumbnail said, glory day or glory, what's it say, glory time? Let's hope that it's a glory time for West Indies. Comes in, bowls, Lewis defends, he's appealing, but that come out of the middle of the bat. Oh, Hassan Ali runs struck, it comes out of the middle of the bat. Rizwan can't go up. You can't review this. You can't make the ball come out of the middle of the bat. You should be laughing. Oh, right out of the middle of the bat. And Hassan Ali is down on his haunches, begging begging the umpire to go for it. And look at this. Right out of the middle of the bat. Look at that. The replay coming up. Oh, it missed the bat, you know. But I think it's high. It's definitely high. It's definitely high. Frame, I'm one person who can care less. Option. All right. I love that. Keep the banter going. Here's Hassan Ali. Final delivery of over number 8. Round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, pulled it down to backward of square leg. There's a fielder there. It bounced and trickered to him. 27 for 1 after 8. Lewis on 13. Carti on 7. So Sheldon is saying, please get the facts straight. We purchased bunker fuel from Jamaica, not oil. Oh, Lord. I love this. I love this. I love it, Sheldon. I love it. I love it. I love it. So all of you who are saying that Trinidad purchased oil from Jamaica, you just be quiet. It's fuel. Well, you know what? In the Caribbean, Sheldon, in the Caribbean, persons like us in the Caribbean don't know the difference. You know, we call all of those things oil, you know. Hey, Sheldon. Yeah, man. We don't know the difference between bunker fluid, aviation fluid, LNG, oil. We don't know the difference. We just call all of them for cooking gas for us. All of them are just oil. Oil. You understand, Sheldon? So let's say that Trinidad did purchase some oil from Jamaica. What you say about that, Sheldon? Uh, Sherwin is on it this morning, you know. Naseem to bowl his fifth over. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis hit this high in the air. It gone out of the ground, 6. One bounce just before the stands. The score goes up to 33. West Indies 33 for 1. Lewis goes up to 19. Carti is on 7. Carti is on 7. So Sheldon, let me ask you a question, Sheldon, so I get an understanding, get some background work, Sheldon. Not Sheldon, sorry, not Sheldon, Sherwin. Are you Sammy in or Sammy out, Sherwin? Because I want to know which position you're coming from so that I can have a better understanding of what you're saying. So are you Sammy in or are you Sammy out, Sheldon? This is an oil morning, lol, Patrick. They even oil to Jamaica to refine. They even turn away to mid-wicket, the batsman looking for a single, and there's no run. So they send oil to Jamaica to refine because their refinery is not working. I love the banter, you know. I love the banter. Hope that, yes, I love the banter. A big comment here, Leroy Jajo. In Trinidad and Tobago, we know the difference between petrochemicals because we're running out of oil. Okay, cool. A big shot that, you know, if I say, yo, you don't know the difference. We in Trinidad know it. Big shot that, Leroy Judge. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big up my friend, TV and Cricket Power Play over there in Florida. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. And thank you for your hospitality while we were in Florida, boss. Thank you very much. And remind you that if you're on an event that you need to stream, whether a wedding, cricket match, a funeral, a function, whatsoever it is, contact TV and Cricket Power Play, and they will turn up with their mobile studio. And the thing about it, when you contact TV and Cricket Power Play for an event, like say if you are doing a wedding, you don't need to get another PA system because TV and Studio 4 will come with all the equipment and more and all the music and everything. So it's a one-stop shop. You know, you are doing your event, you don't need, although it does the streaming, you also get everything. Yes. You know, so you don't have to contract him for the streaming and then contract somebody else to supply the PA system and the music and so on. You get all of that. So a wedding, all of those things, events, functions, church service and so on, and you need somebody to stream it and provide the PA system and all of that and the music. Check out TV and Studio. Yeah, man. Big up my friend Elton over there. Also, Sherwin is Sammy, no problem. You guys came to watch cricket, talk about it. Stop about oil, please. All right, sir. We have no refinery to use oil, so we'll sell oil and buy final products. Bunker oil is for ships. Okay, cool. All right, it's 34 for 1. 34 for 1. So we're getting a lesson in oil this morning. We generally get lessons in cricket. So, what about those refinery, Sheldons? Those refinery have been closed down? Oh, yeah, I mean, wow. So Leroy George is getting us back to the cricket. 34 for 1. Run rate just below 4, but is rain really gonna come today? Because driven to the man at backward point, there is no run. Our good friend Michael Douglas was saying that the chance of a rain is very likely. Wow, the misfield there. They shied at the stump. It hit the stump. Ricochet. West Indies get a single. 35 for 1 at the end of the over. So Leroy George said, buckle up. This look like will be a good partnership. Theater is not a dull moment on this platform, lol. Oh, there is not a dull moment. Thank you, Patrick David. I'm amazed our country can have oil without a refinery. Very interesting. They did have some refinery, you know, Mr. Casanova. It's probably down to management. Maybe it's the quality of the manager. So it's very interesting. Everybody, oh, he won that shirt. Everybody signed it and he won it. Oh no, that shirt have Ambrose on it and all of that. So it must be for a long time. Badgie and all of that. Hassan Ali in his 5th over. Over the wicket, bowls to Carti, who plays it to mid-on off the inside portion of the bat. The score remains at 35 for 1 after 9.1. Carti is on 8. Lewis is on 20. West Indies asked to bat first by Pakistan. They are 35 for 1 after 9.1 overs. Hassan Ali, none for 9 from 4.1 over. Naseem Shah getting the wicket. So here now is Hassan Ali. It's not as high as you thought it looks. Over the wicket, bowls to Carti, who tapped it down to forward short leg. There's no run. The score remains at 35 for 1. We saw Bishop there. It's not as high as it looks. It's not as high, and it is not as, you know, where you think that, wow, it's high. No, it's not as high. You sell your oil and come and buy our yam and Irish potato. Yes, Patrick Davey. Yeah, man. So but do they buy our Irish potato or do they grow their own? You know, I think they grow their own though, Patrick Davey. Over the wicket come Hassan Ali, bowl short to Carti, looks to pull. It came off the gloves. Lewis called him through for a single. The keeper skips around. It probably come off his hip because he's rubbing his hip. But a single given, so he moves up to 9. So he pulled off the gloves onto his rib cage, goes down to short fine leg. The keeper skipped to his left, collect, whip the gloves off, shy at the stump, misses. The batsmen are through comfortable for the single. 36 for 1, West Indies in over number 10. So 36 for 1. So the West Indies, Larry Prince said, please tell. I don't get it, Larry Prince. I don't get it. 36 for 1, West Indies after 9.3 overs. Round the wicket, Hassan bowls to Lewis, who covers up, played it to the man at cover, and there is no run. 36 for 1 after 9.4. Lewis on 20 from 35 deliveries. Carti going at his usual pace, 9 from 15 deliveries. This is more like Casey Carti. He did struggle on Sunday, but that was not his darm. Casey Carti generally does start slow and then pick it up, but Sunday was just unusually slow. It happens to the best of batsmen. I heard Purser calling for Carti to be dropped. I don't really think those Purser follow the cricket. Round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Lewis, plays it out into the covers, and there's no run. Yeah, nobody can be following West Indies cricket for the past 2 years and think that Carti should be dropped. Saw somebody trying to tell me yesterday that form and record are 2 different things. You don't follow those conversations, man. You don't reply to that. That a player form and his record are 2 different things. But the person that he's saying that is out of form is actually in good form, you know. He just struggled in 1 match. But sometimes some comments you just can't respond to them because it doesn't make it. You wonder where the comment derived from. You wonder what's the agenda behind the comment. You wonder if the persons are really following the cricket. So you can't respond to some comment. You just leave it alone. So Patrick is saying, if we don't win this game, sea dry and no sand on the shore. Well, I don't understand that one. What's up, my good friend Patrick Lambert? Have you made preparation for the series win celebration? Oh, no, I never made preparation, but I think we're going to win. I definitely think we're going to win. End of the power play, 36 for 1. I think we're going to win this match. But Mikel is generally most of the times I've found him to be quite accurate. And he did say that there'll be rain today. And if there's rain today, then we could have an issue. And we see Talat running to his mark, so it could be something here. There's a strong breeze. I hope the breeze is blowing away the rain. So Talat comes in, bowls, clipped away down towards fine leg for a single. One more to the total. Talat on a big bowler, you know, we need to take him to the cleaners. Talat is there, Romario Shepherd. Shepherd is back into the playing 11 today. Not yet, Patrick. I haven't. Should I? 37 for 1. West Indies. After 10.1 overs. We are 37 for 1. Carti and 10 from 16. Lewis and 20 from 37. It definitely looked very overcast from this side. Talat round the wicket, balls to Lewis, beaten outside the after. Rizwan is appealing. But there was a wide space between bat and ball. What is Rizwan seeing? Go up and burn your review, man. Go up and burn your review. Go up. Do it now, man. Go up and burn your review. Burn it now. He's going for it. I'm telling you that there was a wide space between bat and ball. You're going to see the big gap. It was a wide space. Wide space. Wow. I can't believe that a man actually go for that. The space was so wide. I can't believe. You can imagine this. What are they seeing? What are they seeing? These guys are blind. The gap was so wide. Unbelievable. Look how the gap wide. Oh my Lord. You don't need ultra edge as Seneca to tell you. Look. Oh, he heard the bat clip in the pad. He heard the bat clip in the pad. Oh, I see. That's why. But there was such a wide gap. I mean, I can't believe. The gap is wide. Absolutely wide. Can you imagine? I couldn't believe. Look there. I must be at it. No, man. I'm in my mid-50s, you know, man. And I can see better than these youngsters. What's going on? Really? I can see better than these youngsters and I'm in my mid-50s. I can't believe. West Indies need to up the run rate, said Frame. Yes. I'm glad that they review it. So they're out of review now. He's beaten outside. Oh, there's a replay they're showing. It was a mile away from the bat. Pakistan's decision to review was insane, but void of logic. They need to break the partnership, so they tried. But not void of logic. Wow. All right, Leroy George. Yes, no review left. Leroy George is all right. Should I run a poll? Do you agree that something can be logical and insane at the same time? Leroy George. So there's a different type of poll we're going to run this morning. Let's have fun, man. We can't be always. We have to have some fun at the cricket, you know. So let's hear what they are saying. Let's hear what the chat is saying. Let's see if I'm in the minority or I'm in the majority. Can a statement can an action let's put action instead of statement. So action covers more than that. 39 for 1 after 10.4. Can an action be logical? Down the leg side, wide signal, 40 for 1 after 10.4. Lewis and 21, Carti and 11. Can an action be logical? And insane at the same time? So let's try it, Leroy George. Let's see if, you know, this is the beauty of this community. And at the same time being insane. Ball played out into the covers. The return comes in 41 for 1 after 11. So it's no or yes. So we are checking this. So here we go, Leroy George. Because we are a community, you know, nothing wrong with this. So there is it. Yeah. So there is a question. So you must be the first one to vote, Leroy George. You have to vote yes. Because it's your point. It's not a... One of those row, I think, holds 200 purses. So right in that little space, there are probably 80, 85 purses, or no, 60. Each one of them hold 200, I think. So there we go, Leroy George. So let's have some fun. Tell us what you believe. There's a poll. Yes, Lal, that was me who voted first. Yeah, of course, Leroy. You have to vote first and defend your position. Yes, man. Wow, what Leroy George, you're getting a lot of support, man. Yeah, you're getting a lot of support. Persons say that a single action can a single action be logical and at the same time being insane? Wow, you're getting a lot of support, Leroy George. Well, I think it's probably, who are those persons support you, Leroy George? I think, oh, I know who support you, Leroy George. It's Caris and Sheldon and those guys supporting you up front, Leroy George. This is a nice one. So let's see. Let's see now. Oh, your family too. Let's see. Forward. And the ball back to the bowler. Abrar, the right arm leg spinner, is into the attack to bowl the 12th over. He has bowled two deliveries so far while it's just banter, you know. And Leroy George appears to be someone who can take the banter. So it's just banter, you know. It's just having fun. It's banter. Turn away down backward of square leg for a single, 42 for 1 after 11.3. So Abrar into the attack. This is first over, none for 1. Carti and 11 comes into strike. Now 11 from 17 deliveries. Lewis going a little slow today, slower than usual, but we all know that Lewis can catch up, but when he doesn't catch up, it is not good, but when he catch up, it's okay. So let's see what will happen. Abrar to Carti and he's forward. I hope he doesn't drive at the googly today and get out ball. Good morning, Valerie. How are you, man? Well, vote, Kenroy Reed. Vote if you think so. Patrick Davis supported Leroy. Wow. Turn away down to the man at square leg. There's no run. The score remains at 42 for 1. I supported Leroy. Of course, it can be logical to an insane person. Ian James, I hope you can defend yourself because I know Leroy is coming back at you. So Ian James, that's not my case. That's not my case. That's your case. That's not my case. You vote already, Kenroy Reed. Okay. Go, yeah, okay, cool. Respect, man. That's not my case, Ian James, but I love the banter. West Indies batting is making no sense at this time. You need to bat in pairs. One player must always be pushing the run rate. I agree. What do you? Yes, I agree. 2 after 12 overs. We are 42 for 1. We definitely need to up the run rate. And especially as Michael Douglas had pointed out that at some time today, we may be having some rain. So it's very good. It's very interesting. Round the wicket, Come Talat bowls to Lewis, who swings hard at a half volley. Inside edge it to mid-on, no run. That should have got, that was a half volley. But I think Lewis lost his shape there. Too much left hand came into the shot and it went to mid-on off the inner portion of the bat instead of going through the covers. That ball should have hit to either the left or right of extra cover and goes down to the boundary. But he lost his shape and played it to mid-on. Lewis is on 23. Carti is on 11. 42 for 1. Talat. Right arm seam around the wicket. Bowls to Lewis short. He pulls it. Down backward of square leg. Work for the fielder coming around to his right. He slid, stopped it. The fielder from deep mid-wicket picks up, sends the return in. They are back for 2. 44 for 1 after 12.2. Good to see you in a winning mood this morning, but I only hope that our batters don't let us down. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, you know, that if we had, well, we never lost it, so I shouldn't say if. But that's what a victory does, you know, because otherwise I would not be here. You don't do a watch along when you are 2-0 down in a 3 match. Yeah, these guys are snail in action, said Valne. Good. Round the wicket, bowls to Lewis. He pulls high in the air. It goes out of the ground for 6. Back of a length, Talat goes into the mud. And Lewis pivot and hit him over deep backward square leg for 6. Lovely shot. That was a hook shot coming out there. Into the mud. And he pivot and hit it all the way over backward square leg for 6. Lovely shot by Lewis. It went 65 meters. It went a long way. So 50 for 1. That bringing up the West Indies 50. Lewis moves up to 31. Carti is on 11. Both of these players anchor in the innings said frame. So a comment flash by there. Sorry about that. I never saw it. Yes. We should have been at least 60 after 12. Round the wicket, Talat bowls to Lewis. Lewis plays it to mid-on and there is no run. So 12 fours 48. So we are just about 4 runs per over. In modern ODI cricket, we need to be more than that. And that's why in our regional 50 over tournament, one of the reasons why they have the extra points for the power play is that they want West Indies batsmen to be scoring fast. And our power play, Talat bowls to Lewis. He played it back down the onside of the pitch to the bowler. Again, there is no run. 50 for 1. 50 dot balls. 6, 12, 72 and 5, 77. So out of 77, there have been 50 dot balls frame. So they are listening. Yeah, they are listening to us. Batsmen still relying too much 6s and 4s and not enough on singles and 2s. We need to up the strike rate. That's why we play the extra all-rounder. Yeah. So Lewis just stepped out, got to the pitch of it and hit it over long on for 6. Yeah, Talat, I told you Talat is our shepherd, man. So we cannot allow Talat to second. So Lewis just used his feet, one step, I think, a step and a hit over long on for 6. It got the inside portion of the bat, but there was still a lot of power from the West Indian batsman who hit it over long on for 6. Yes, even your anchor should not be going at less than 80 after 20 balls. That's cricket Sheldon talking. Big point, that Sheldon. Yes, man. Yeah, that's true. Now, in the interview that I did with Mal Bascom, and interesting what he had was to say about Da Silva. Persons not happy with his reaction to the question about Da Silva, because I think that I've said it many times, so I don't need to repeat myself. But in that interview, as Abar comes in, bowls to Carti, who looks to turn it into the onside, comes off the pad, 56 for 1 after 13.1. He said that 4s and 6. He said that boundaries are what win you T20 matches. Abrar bowls to Carti, who just stand up straight, and he gets this ball down to long on, right out of the middle of the bat. But if I was the bowler, I wouldn't be unhappy about that shot, you know, because he stand up really straight. And if that ball had gripped and turned, I could easily see it being lobbed to cover. So if I was the bowler, I wouldn't be too worried about that shot. 57 for 1. Or that ball gripped, that's the googly to Lewis. So Patrick asked Carti, said, that man with his back turned to the field is very brave. I don't know if they showed it on the television. I don't know if the broadcast had showed it. But in the first T20 on Thursday at Florida, there was, you know, a gentleman, clearly he's not a cricket fan, but he's doing his work as a security. And his job was to look into the stands and not necessarily on the cricket. I realized that for the next 2 matches, they did not turn their back to the cricket, but they turned sideways. So they are like this, they are looking into the stand and they can look at the field. And they rotate them around so that one person is not in the same at the same spot too long. Abrar round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who played it back to him, and there's no run. But I don't know if they show it, but there was a time when he was looking, and I think who hit a 6? One of the West Indies batsmen hit a 6. And I don't think the ball missed him by more than a foot. Lewis hit this high in the air. It's gone high. The fielder getting under it, took the catch, and he's out. So it went high in the air. The fielder second under it, right on the edge of the boundary. And Lewis is out for 37 from 53 deliveries. West Indies 57 for 2. West Indies is stressful to watch. Oh, Roxanne Gray, how are you? Good morning, Roxanne Gray. How are you? Happy to have you here, Roxanne Gray. Good morning. West Indies is stressful to watch these days. Why are these batting so slow? Just wasting the ball. Yes, I agree with you, Roxanne. They are definitely batting slow. This is a drinks break. So we are at the drinks break. Just give me a few so that I get some drinks too, you know. We are back with Talat over the wicket, goes to Carti, and Carti defends, and there is no run. So welcome back after the drinks break. West Indies 57 for 2, with Lewis getting out of the very last delivery before the drinks break. Welcome back to everyone. 57 for 2. I'm onto it today, I got something strong here, So this could be a very rollicking show today, Sit in, put on your seatbelt. It could be very rollicking today. Carti pulls to mid-wicket and there is no run. This could be very logical. It's logical to one making the decision, while it's total insane to us who are watching. Who is in their right mind uses the last appeal on a doubtful ball in the 10th over, said Valerie. Patrick Lambert, we have forgotten how to score centuries for a long while. Are we in ODI? We have scored a lot of centuries in ODI cricket, I think we have scored a lot of centuries in ODI cricket. Even England, didn't Carti score a century against the English in that series that we got 3-0? The previous ODI series before this one. Carti did get 100, didn't he? To the best of my knowledge. Welcome, Never Isaac. How you doing, man? It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Casey's playing ball wasting, isn't he? In his 2 previous innings, he faced 81 balls for 46 runs. That's good analysis, for 46 runs. Today, so far, he has seen 23 balls with just 12 runs. Not good. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree that he's not going good today. But generally, this is Carti general type of start, Going at just about 50. And then he would pick up. And when he pick up, he plays shots to all part of the ground. So let's watch and see. As he steer this down to third man. Yeah. Well, that's a good point, Never Isaac. Welcome. So Carti is on 13, Hope is on 1. Carti comes back into strike now. 59 for 2 West Indies. So West Indies are 59 for 2. Whipped away through mid-wicket for a single, 1 more to the total. Can you recall an instance when losing a wicket was a good thing for the batting team? No? Maybe I said no too quickly. But I can't recall. But I can imagine when a batsman getting out and the other batsman come in and step up the rate. Carti is forward and played a full toss to mid-off. And there is no run. Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you very much, Sheldon. So there are 2 parts to it. I thank you very much. But that one was controlled. But I thank that you're on the ball, and I'm glad that you give us our feedback. I should have apologized. I was speaking to Mrs. Brown off the ear, so the volume was muted. So, but thank you, Sheldon. I really appreciate that. You were on the ball. It's my bad. I should have said it before I muted the volume. Yes, thank you, George. Thank you. Yeah, Chase recently retired just to improve the team run rate. But yeah, he did retire in an attempt to improve the team run rate, but who came? Older came and Older came, made ducks. I think Shepherd made 15 from 7 deliveries. Yeah, I think Shepherd made 15 from 7 deliveries. But that's also another big point, because that's a occasion when I would have definitely sent Moti. You sent Moti in the previous match where he won the match, where he turned around the game, not winning the match, because it takes everyone to win the match. Turn around the game, and then in the next match you don't send him. Thank you. Remember when Lloyd dropped boycott? Yeah, because it's good to have boycott at the crease. Yeah, it was good because he was definitely not scoring. There was a match on Saturday. That match I did not even know that there were no sound, and nobody told me that there was no sound until late in the game. No one told me. Late in the game. But in the match, 62 for 2 after 16 overs. Carti's and 4, Opie's and 2. But there's a ball that was hit towards long off. And what's that tall guy name again? He plays for the Talawas. He used to play for the Talawas. He used to open, the big, thick, tall guy. Kennard Lewis. So he was batting with number 10. And they need 40 runs to win. So he was forming the strike. So on the 2 wickets in hand. So he hit a ball to long off. I'll tell you after this delivery from Talat. He's over the wicket, bowls to open up, strokes it into the covers. It will go down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary, and then jog walk a single, one more to the total. So he hit the ball down to long off. The long off fielder stopped it and threatened to kick it in the boundary because it was the final delivery of the over. So Lewis hit it down to long off and goes through for the single. But then after the long off fielder stopped it, he realized that, boy, him should not have stopped it. He should allow it to go into the boundary. Talat over the wicket bowls to Carti, and he plays it now to mid wicket, and it goes for a single. So now I want you to tell me now, why didn't he kick the ball in the boundary? Since after he stopped it, he didn't pick it up or anything. He realized that he should have let it go. Why didn't he kick it in the boundary? So that the bowler would have gotten to bowl to the number 10. Over the wicket, bowls to the right-handed Sheho. This is really slow for true, Yeah. Why didn't he kick the ball over the boundary? After he stopped it, why didn't? I hope I have the images here. I probably have the images here, and it's something that I can probably show to you. Why didn't he kick it over the boundary? I'd love to hear your feedback. I remember a CPL game where Cornwall was visibly tired and could not run singles and fake an injury to retire hurt. And Pollard was livid as he was the opposing captain. Well, Patrick Ascot, Pollard have no reason to be livid because the ball is in Pollard hands. As the fielding captain, when a batsman is retired, if he's retired hurt, then if he's genuinely hurt, but if he retired, he cannot come back combat unless the fielding captain allows it. So he faked an injury, cut away down towards the cover fielder for a single. So first thing first, Cornwall should have known that he didn't need to fake the injury. He should have known that he can leave the field. He can just retire. He can just retire hurt. He should have known that. So first thing, Cornwall never know the rules. Because if he had known the rules, he would know that he didn't have to fake an injury. And maybe Pollard never know the rule too, because if the umpire if the umpires are not convinced that he's injured and something there now. Isn't dehydration and exhaustion considered injury? Please tell me. I think dehydration and exhaustion are considered injuries, 66 for 2 after 17. Casey Carti needs to study Steve Smith from Australia. How to move the foot. He could learn something. Yeah, well, can anyone really study Steve Smith though? But I think the point that you're really making is to say that he needs to evolve his game. Because no one really can study Steve Smith. He needs to evolve his game. He turned this into the onside. Again, there is no run. This is getting very, very boring. Absolutely boring. Absolutely boring. 66 for 2. And the Pakistani are loving this. Wow. 17 overs, 66 for 2. Chance of rain. They are loving it. Habrar over the wicket. Bowls to Carti, and Carti turned this. Oh, it was a replay. But he's just lunging on his front foot. He's afraid of the googly. Oh, the leg break pitched and turned across him. I'll be very perturbed. I would be. I'm trying to look for the right word because it's more than just disappointing. But I can't find the word right now. Yeah, perturb is probably the right word. I'll be very perturbed. Habrar to Carti. He's over the wicket, bowls outside the half stump. Carti bottom edge it back to the bowler. Well, as he looks to slap it through the half side. If after the dismissal on Sunday, Casey Carti didn't go and spend an hour or two watching that dismissal and watching Abrar arm, because he's just not getting away Abrar, that means he doesn't know what Abrar is doing out of the wrist. He's batting Abrar from the crease because he doesn't know what he's doing out of the wrist. And as a result, he cannot get rid of the ball. Now, what batsmen do is that after that dismissal on Sunday in particular, although you should have done it even before the series starts, 66 for 2. I'm just waiting on this delivery. Abrar bowls to Carti, end of the over. 18 overs gone, 66 for 2. So although you should have done it before the series starts, but what batsmen do after that dismissal on Sunday, you have to go back and you have to study Abrar. You have to look how you get out. You have to look what he's doing. You have to look what he's doing, what the ball is doing out of his wrist. Because clearly now, Carti is not picking Abrar out of the wrist, but is waiting for the ball to pitch. The difference is now, if he was pitching, if he had studied Abrar, you would say, when Abrar do this, this is what I'm going to do. When he does this, this is what I'm going to do. When he does this, this is what I'm going to do. So, so you study. So if he has 5 different variations, because you have picked him out of the wrist and because you have studied his action, now you would have planned your movements and the shots for each delivery. For each wrist action, you would have done that. And so yesterday, you'd have gone into the nets and you'd have spent 2-3 hours in the nets just working on it. Have a good day, Mrs. Brown. Take care and be good. Yes, man. Have a good day. He needs to use his feet. Abrar is bowling full. Yeah, because he's going on his back foot even before Abrar is delivering. West Indies batting too slow. Carti needs to get going or out. 16 from 40, Sheo 5 from 8. This is very slow. Michael Douglas, yes. Carti needs... Carti needs to attack Ayub since he's not picking Abrar. Ayub to Carti, that's played to mid-wicket, and there is no run. So, balls versus runs for the two previous innings. Okay. So, balls versus... Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean, Never Isaac. West Indies batting too slow. Carti needs to get going or out, said. Well, I read that one already. Leroy Johnson. I checked the hourly weather forecast, and even if rain interrupts the game, it won't be for too long. I am not too worried about the slow strike rate. Pakistan has to bat on the same pitch. So, so he's adding something to the conversation there now. So you are, and I am one who have always said it, that you cannot tell how good the pitch is for batting until the opposition batted. So Pakistan may well bat in their second innings, and we realize that really and truly our batsmen were dilly-dallying. But when Pakistan start to bat, we may also realize that this pitch is difficult to score on. But he's out, leg before. That he's going to give it. I know he's out, plumb leg before. Carti goes for 17 from 44 deliveries. Out. Just not picking Abrar. Just not picking him. He's going to review it. Hopefully it struck him outside the half stump. But to me, on first up, that struck him dead. You know, I won't tell you what is in this cup, but I'm telling you that, yes, Mrs. Brown not here now. So when you see the top of the cup frothing up like that, you know something strong is in it. Don't? So I'm going to get going today. He's out. The only thing I want to see Abra action. I want to see his action if it was the leg break, because probably that's the only thing can save him. If it was the leg break. But if it's the Googs, he's out. So they're checking that there might be a spikes. But yeah, but you understand the point that I'm making though. If you're a professional, and that's why these players must get paid according to performances. And I'm not going in on Carti here, because even if he's out now, he has a lot of credit in the bank. But when these guys are getting paid for performance, he's always, yes. The only thing could have saved him was unless it was the leg break, and it wasn't. It was the Googs. I want to see the action again. No, it didn't quite like the Googs. It looked like he flicked it out of the front of his hand. I would love to see it. But true professionals, as in any other industry, a doctor works hard at what he does. A bus driver works hard at what he does, constantly trying. A pilot works hard at what he does, constantly trying to improve. Carti clearly didn't go and do any research on Abrar even after he mesmerized him on Sunday. And this is what, we are talking about the West Indies team. Even if you don't train, man, go and do some research on the man. That's look like Campari is too bitter. I don't drink Campari. No, Leroy George. That ball touched the bat very slightly, said Leroy George. No, Patrick Ascott, no. That was bad touching ground. I think so too. Casey is being selfish, said Zachary Ali, who think that Casey Carti is being selfish. So this has not been a good series for Casey Carti. There's no doubt about that. It was out of the wrist, out of the front of the arm. Don't. It looks like it was out of the front of the arm. Every batsman have a poor series. This is Casey Carti first poor series since the World Cup qualifiers. His first poor series. Every batsman. Even the great Viv Richards and Lara and Clive Lyde and Greenwich and Ince, all of them have poor series. It's a 3-match series. Very poor. Very poor series from Carti, but he's still a sure pick. The all format is messing up Carti. He should be playing ODIs only. Well, Sheldon gives his opinion there. I don't know if everyone will agree. Well, no one is usually. Patrick Oscar thinks King and Carti. We're making like 220 set frame. So Leroy George, you're getting a lot of support here. So I'm in the minority, Leroy George. 63% believe Leroy George that the same action can be logical and insane at the same time. Wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, Leroy George. Well, I never know that. I always thought that one action can't be logical and insane. It's like two separate ends of the spectrum. It's like you're saying that a magnet can have the negative pole and the positive pole together. Well, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. But again, you know, this is a democracy, but this is one that I can't agree with the community on. I can't agree with the community that one action can be logical and at the same time insane. I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry, but this is one I can't agree with you. He should have been out a long time ago, said Valdi. His batting was pathetic. He's talking about Carti. Never Isaac said. Run versus ball in the 2 previous innings. King 4, 5, and 1. And 1, 6. Lewis 6. You want to reframe that first. 4, 5, and 1. Lewis 6, 60, and 62. And 7, 6, 30. You want to rephrase that first, Patrick, because I'm not quite understanding it. Never. Carti caused us man to being caused us man. He's been selfish, shed frame. Rutherford is at the crease. He's on 1. Shea Up is on 5. And Rutherford innings gave the team some impetus. Gave the team some impetus. It's painful watching anyone batting like that. Yes, man. It was absolutely painful. That's what, 69 for 3? Bowls to Rutherford. Rutherford turns that to mid-on and there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 3. Rutherford is on 1. Hope is on 5. West Indies 69 for 3. Ayub round the wicket. Bowls to the left and then Rutherford again. He just turned it into the onside. Again, there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 3 after 20.3. 69 for 3 after 20.3. This is a must-win match now. We need to win one series. Can't play 4 matches in our home series. 4 series. This is the last home series for 2020-25. The last match. This is the last home match for West Indies in 2025 series. We have played 3 series thus far. We have lost all three. Give us a win to close off our international season. Our home international season. Give us a win. 69 for 3 after 20.5. This pitch may be difficult to bat on as somebody, you know. Should I read it with a slash instead of a comma? Cut away, down backward of point. It will go into the third man, into the backward point boundary for 4. Outside the half stump, and Rutherford cut it away. 73 for 3. Down to the backward point boundary for 4. I want to believe that where insanity and logic work together is when instinct takes over. Yeah. All right. I am intrigued. You know, I'm learning something new this morning. I'm learning something new this morning. So thank you. I mean, I'm always willing to learn. You know, this discussion not going to end here now, because I'm going to take it up with my drinking partners. If Rutherford has a good slow strike rate, then I feel safe assuming that the pitch is hard to bat on. As O plays that one past the dive of the short mid-wicket, it goes down to long on for 1. West Indies 21 for 1. 21 for 1. So Abrar is running on the pitch here. Why is he doing that? So I'm going to look back. Why is Abrar doing that? I think that deliberately, you know, look at that. Look how it's going now. Look at that. Look at that second step. Oh, come on, Abrar. What you doing? What a boy that Abrar do? Eh? Why is he doing that? He's going to bowl around the wicket to Rutherford, who is on 5 from 9. West Indies 74 for 3. We have 30 overs left to Bowell. Abrar bowls to Rutherford, drop short of first slip. Edge, drop short of first slip. 74 for 3. We have 30 overs left to Bowell. So we are going to make 280 runs at the end of the game. If you can't get bounded, take it in boundaries, take it in singles. And to big up Never Isaac and Roxon Gray. Big up. Turn away, down back with a square leg, no run. The score remains at 74 for 3. Just drop short of the first slip. $74 for 3. Abrar bowled to Rutherford off the back foot, punch it down the half side of the pitch, and there's no run. Score remains at 74 for 3. Abrar. This is really boring cricket, you know. Probably we should be talking about Hoyle. Hoyle. Abrar last name should be Chajabrar, because his bowling is magical. Yeah, but we out bowl him in Pakistan. Remember that we out bowl him, you know. Moti Warrican and Kevin Sinclair bowl him. Or Rutherford run for the reverse sweep, but he cannot beat backward point. And Abrar is staring at him and say, "What are you trying?" He lost his balance as expected, though. As I told you, the West Indians, they don't really usually get into good position when they are reverse sweeping. I think one of the opening batsmen should have took an aggressive approach, just like David Warner did for Australia. Yeah, but do they have the skill set though, Kingman? That's what I'm talking about. Do they have the skill set? Because we saw where even off volley that they should be driving through mid-off because they don't have the skill set. They lost the shape and inside edge it to mid-on. So off volley pitched up and they should be hitting it through the offside for 4, but it end up trickling to mid-on because they just don't have the skill sets. They know what to do, but they don't practice it long enough. You saw that reverse sweep from Rutherford just now. He half balance. He has it in his mind to play it, and he tried it, but we don't get into good position when we're playing those shots because simple, we don't practice them hard enough, long enough. Shea Hope leads that ball down to long on for a single. The score goes up by 1 to 75 for 3. It's boring. I'm telling you, it's boring. This batting is boring. Absolutely boring, man. Absolutely boring. It's not good for a watch along, you know. It's not good for a watch along, man. Round the wicket, come you bowls to Rutherford, who played it down the hand side of the pitch for the bowler who field. It is hard. Is it that hard to hit the ball and run singers? Can't be. This thing has been happening for ages, running 3-4 singers at putting unnecessary pressure on themselves. That is true. Rutherford can't beat cover. Again, there is no run. We are going at 3.36. It can't be so hard. It can't be so hard. Interesting, Michael Douglas. I'm going to read your comment at the end of this over. York, Rutherford dug it out. It's 75 for 3 after 24.2. Come on, man. Play some damn shots, man. Hayub round the wicket. Bowls to Rutherford, and Rutherford drives. Down to long off for a singer. 77 for 3 now. 1 delivery to come in the over. It's the end of the over. Abar ain't doing nothing special. Hope drives this down to long on for 1 more. It's 77 for 3 at the end of 23. Abar not doing nothing special. I would back Moti to take on Abar. Moti's top 5 best player of spin in the Caribbean. I saw him do it again. Okay, that one. Sorry about that, Michael. I did promise that I was going to read it. Purab, I don't know. It's very boring. It's very boring, Purab. I don't know why they're playing so slowly. Yes, Mango Reef, they're struggling to get the ball off the square, definitely. Leroy George, I think, have a different perspective. Leroy George think that the pitch is just difficult to bat on. But we're saying that if the pitch is difficult to bat on, tip and run. Tip and run, man. Tip and run. Yeah, these boys always come to the wicket and let the bowlers hold them down. Tip and run, tip and run. Hayub bowled down the leg side, swept away by Rutherford. It running out towards backward square leg, and they will get 2. The score goes up to 80 for 3 after 23.2. Rutherford is on 8. Shea Hope is on 9. So 80 for 3 West Indies after 23.2. These guys always come to the... we have a bunch of jokers pretending to be cricketers, said Volney. They need to get away the ball. We need boundaries, said Patrick Davey. Patrick Davey, I'm sure you could prepare a better pitch than this one, eh? Patrick Davey, big time groundsman. So Leroy George said that, yes, I agree. Rutherford plays it back down to the bowler. Now, what pitch have to do with that ball that Abra bowled a while ago? What the pitch? Why that ball couldn't hit for 6? Look how it's full. Just be nimble on your feet and hit it for 6. The previous one. Instead, he just lunge forward and stroke it back to the bowler. So that damn ball a while ago, all he needed was to do Was to just be nimble on his feet and hit it over long on for 6. Rubbish batting, this man. Can't these guys take singles? Wow. Could we get up to 100 after 25 overs? No. We won't. We probably won't even reach 90 after 25 overs. It's 7 balls away. We are 82 for 3. Rutherford at 9 from 21. Is so many deliveries Rutherford faced already. Hope is on 10. Rutherford forward and almost tap it back to the bowler. Those balls, man. You can be nimble on your feet and get to them. I think so. What do you think? You watching? Excellent question, Sheldon Smith. So the Trinity are teaming up on us again. You know, what a day this has been. They need some cow eel soup. Some cow eel soup. Barrett is saying that they need some cow eel soup. In Jamaica, we call it cow foot. You know. No, we can't get to 100 by 25 overs, said Frame. No, we'll struggle to get to 100. Abar is tossing up the ball. We need a batsman brave enough to chip down the crease and hit it for 6. I'm telling you, Michael Douglas, you don't even need to be so brave, you know. You don't even need to be he's tossing up the ball so much that you don't even have to chip. It's just a step and a hit. Sheldon said, Lara is at the ground. He should pad up. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Hayub comes in, bowls to Shea Hope, and Shea Hope just lunge forward and tap it back to the bowler. It's just that. He just lunge forward and tap it back to the bowler. Nothing else. He just lunge. And, you know, and when he lunge forward, the right foot sliding all over the place. Hayub to Hope, and Hope drives. Can't beat mid off. Again, that's a step and a hit, you know, man. Here, watch. Hayub. He's over the wicket. Bowls to Hope, and Hope goes in his crease and forcing out to mid out extra cover. Well, what? What's going on, man? That's now force it through the gap between backward point and extra cover down to the sweep and the cover boundary. So one more to the total, 83 for 3. So Mr. Ricardo Garden. Use right Brown. Does half volleys the spinners bowl into Rutherford? Just stand your ground and hit through the line, said Ricardo Garden. Yeah, man, those are half volleys, man. Look there. That was tight to him and he played it to mid wicket. And it's another single. But all that should go to we are not batting good. West Indies player, I agree with you, Ricardo Gardner. Those just hit through the damn line at the ball and clear the ground. The ground is small, and I saw 6. I saw 6 a while ago, and it was only 65 meters, and it was 6. So that means the ground is small. They have brought in the rope. As Hope swept this down to fine leg for 4. So down the leg side, and he swept it for 4. The score goes up now to 88 for 3 at the end of 25. Somebody asked about 100. I said they won't reach 90. It's 88 for 3 after 25, despite a 4 coming off the last delivery. West Indies players lack footwork. If they always stretching to play their shots, they can't play spin. By the way, I'm Windward Islands man, but a huge Edmire fan. Okay. Curvin Duncan. He wants us to know that he's not from Guyana. It would be illogical if we even tried to get to 100 in this over. The rule does not apply on this pitch. Leroy George thinks that is a difficult pitch to bat on, and he keeps on saying it that. Well, Leroy George, what is stopping us from tipping and running and easing the ball in the gap then? But Leroy George, to be honest now, to be damn honest now, Leroy George, those half volleys must hit out of the ground. Not a spinner come on, so maybe that's why Abra was trying to dig up the pitch. In Leroy George, what excuse can you find for those? It isn't deliveries like that which was driven into the pitch by Nawaz, you know. You can see Nawaz driving that one in the pitch. What Abra is doing is just floating it up. Him just throwing it up, nothing on them. And we're not hitting them through. We must hit them out of the park, man. Hit them out of the park. I'm a Guyanese and Etma is best player of spin in the team. Okay. All right. No problem with your opinion, Frame. I don't know if everybody will agree, but then your opinion is your opinion. Michael Bravo would have dealt with these spinners, said Sheldon. Remember when Gale had poor footwork in his younger days, said Leroy George. Back to test match mode. It is nervy, said Kingman. It is nerves. Oh, it's nerves. So what about the brand? Is this the brand? Every day we hear about the brand? The brand. What is the brand? Who can tell me what is the brand? Because I can't see a brand. Right, this is the brand. Block and 6. Well, we're not even blocking and 6. Did you know I work at Sabina Park in 2003 and 2004 as a groundsman? Preparing the West Indies team with Brian Lara and the rest of the team. Was it okay, cool? Big up Patrick David. I know that you are being groundsman at the place, boss. I know that you are being groundsman. Evan Lewis tried to improve the strike rate in this game by hitting out of the park. And we know what happened. I think that's what George wanted to say. This has got to be a sellout. It's really unbearable, said Valney. I think so too. It's unbearable. But he has no review left, and that was missing. That's it. That irks me, man, said Kevin Duncan. What I said that irks him. I said something that irks you, Kevin Duncan. What was it that I said? Tell me. Going down leg side. Tell me, man, so I will apologize. So don't be afraid to tell. What I said, Kevin George. Going down leg side, yes, Frame. All right, let's get some cricket now. 1 over to go in 26. 91 for 3. It's because the cricket's so boring. Why I have to be commentating with the chat more than communicating with the chat, as that one is edge pass first slip down towards third man for 4. Hope was on the back foot looking to play a forcing shot off now as it edge found beat first slip. It could be Talat at first slip. That looks to be Talat. And it goes down to the boundary for 4. So Hope moves up to 20 and Rutherford moves up to 12. Yes, it's boring. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. They need to take the singles, man. Rotate the strike. Yes, man. Yes, man. I agree with you. Oh, I thought it was something that I said. You know, but again, probably it is not me. It's that red thing in the cup talking now. Probably it's not me talking enough. Anything that is said now is not me. It's that red thing in the cup. It's the best time now. If you don't provoke me now, when I get some lyrics, you see. And now enough to provoke me. And I get some lyrics today. How you round the wicket, balls to Rutherford, and Rutherford plays this to the man at backward point. No, man, I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Real good. So I'm glad this is the thing I kind of level out, you know, because it gone. It's now 59-41, so it's a level out here now. So we're good. Please, people, continue to vote. Continue to vote. Please, I'm begging you, continue to vote. And please remember to slash a like on the video. Just hit that thumbs up button. A lot of the haters are watching, you know. The haters. As this pull away by Rutherford down towards deep mid-wicket and the bunks to the man at cow corner. And they go through for a singer. Rutherford goes up to 13. Hope is on 20. 96 for 3. So a lot of the haters are watching and they're going to say, oh, yo, the man that drink one glass or something and then get drunk. The haters are going to talk about it. But I'm not drunk. I'm just feeling good because I have to find something to cheer me up. Oh, pull this down to deep mid-wicket for 4 now. Lovely shot. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it come like cricket ready and now. The run rate is 3.75 though. 100 of 26.4 overs. 100 for 3. The West Indies 100 is up. You know, is Leroy George correct though about the pitch being difficult to bat on? But Jano, although the pitch could be difficult to bat on, 85 deliveries for 50 runs. 85 deliveries for 50 runs in a one-day international in modern contemporary time. Hope failed to beat cover. The score is 100 for 3 after 26.5. No, man, some ball will float up with a lick with a 6 now go, man. Driven down to long on for a singer. Kervin Duncan said, waiting on your postmortem and the meeting from yesterday. Well, Sunday. We'll do it Sunday in the takedown. You know, well, today is Tuesday. Sunday is long. But I think we'll do it Sunday. We'll do it Sunday because we'll do it our own way. It's not like we are... Yeah, we'll do it our own way. We'll get some more information. Because the press conference, what I want before I react to the press conference, because what I hear from the press... What I heard at the press conference yesterday, there was nothing that I heard that I heard that is going to move West Indies cricket forward. What I heard is the same old, same old, same old, same old. That's what I heard. But then I never listened all of it, and I know that they are going to release the recommendations out of the meeting, right? That is my understanding, that from the meeting, they will have a list of 10 or 12 things to implement, and they're going to say, these are the things we are from the meeting, and we're going to implement them. But we don't know what those things are. From the press conference itself, what I heard yesterday was the same old, same old, same old, same old. So I'm really looking forward to see what were those recommendations, because they need to say it to the public. Yeah, they need to say it to the public so we can look by saying it to the public now, we know what to look for, because we hear about brand of cricket, brand of cricket. What the hell is that brand? What's the shite is that brand? Somebody need to tell me. West Indies is like Manchester. You see, Freedom? Freedom. You see you, Freedom? You see you? Bharat D said, don't worry, I'm here to support you. You see you, Freedom? Freedom no easy, you know. Freedom is trying to trick me. West Indies is like Manchester United had their glory days. Now back to watch Manchester United this season. I don't think we're going to finish in the top 4, but I don't think we're going to finish 15th like we finished last year. I think we can finish 5th this year, especially if we sign Baliba. If we sign Baliba, I think the mistake the club make is that they should have sell for that's out. Leg before, he hasn't give it. Oh, yeah, he hasn't give it. I thought that it was out. I think the mistake the club make. Interesting. Was not to, it should have sell Fernandez to cut to Dongson to the Isle people. Then what's the name of the you should sell Fernandez and shall take the 100 million for Fernandez and sell it. 105 for 3 at the end, or one to coming over number 28. 105 for 3. Rutherford on 14. Hope is on 26. 27.5 overs have been bowled. But we shall take the money and let go Fernandez. Yeah. We shall let him go. Now as bowls to Hope. Hope forward, played it to cover, and there is no run. 26 from 28 delivers for Hope, not bad. 14 from 33 for Rutherford though. But Shea Hope is playing a good look at innings here. The pitch is very slow and the batsmen them very hard to time the ball. That ball in the surface, the easiest ball to hit is the over pitch ball. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. But now as it's driving the ball in the surface, but Abar was just throwing it up and teasing us. We need to take more singles. Of course we need to do. You're a United fan, said Frame. Yeah, Frame, all right. One love, man. Welcome to the club. Now that I know, Frame, now that I know that you're a United man, I'm going to go and look easy on you because you're a United fan. Now that I know that. Yeah. We're going to finish 5th this year, Frame. And if we get Baliba and what is French goalkeeper named Danorama, the one from Paris Saint-Germain, it look like he fall out with the club. There's something going on there. Or, you know, something going on there. So if we get away the idiot one from Dongson, on Cameroon, what name? Him can't keep better than me, man. Anana or something like so. Him can't even keep a secret, man. If boy what listen, can't even keep a secret. We need to get rid of him. So if we get Donnarumma and Baliba, you know, we have a good chance. Round the wicket, balls to Rutherford, and Rutherford is forward. Ayub is it? No run. 105 for 3 after 28.3. Italy, Donnarumma is from Italy. Okay. I live less than 5 minutes drive from Manchester United, Mistress Brown. Ricardo Gardner called me Mistress Brown. Ricardo Gardner refer to me as Mistress Brown. Huh? Ricardo Gardner. That must be a mistake. I'll give you time to correct it. While Australia may have a better seam bowling attack, our boys are younger and can maintain our brand. What is our brand, Leroy George? I don't know what is our brand. I really want to have something to identify. 106 for 3 after 28.5. I just reached back. What did I miss? Nothing. Some very, very boring cricket. It's hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. I'm telling you, Jamur Small. What's going on with O'Shane Thomas? I don't know. He played in some 18 matches, didn't he? Against South Africa, but was taken to the cleaners, I think. You know, O'Shane Thomas has a brother who bowl off spin. He's also an umpire. Yeah, man. He's taller than O'Shane and he's strong and he get the ball for turn a long way. It's good to see that he's not on the plane, but he's also an umpire. They make these part-time bowlers keeping them down. True, Mangarif, I agree with you. I thought we could have won the European League, but Anana can't save nothing. He can't save nothing for him. Nothing. It's all right, Ricardo Brown. I know, man. Ricardo God. You hear me start calling Brown? And I'm telling you, I know me attack now, you know. At this red thing and at the cup. Great seam bowling supported by solid all-rounders. We do not have much great specialist batsmen and have to do without. We don't have one good batsman, Leroy George. Not one good batsman we have. Not one. I think you're talking about tests. Well, Carti and Hope and Rutherford have been performing well in ODI. They are good. They are good batsmen. You could probably even call them great ODI batsmen, you know. Are Carti, Hope, and Rutherford great ODI batsmen? That's the next poll question I'm going to do. That is the brand. Oh, Leroy George. I don't know if I know what you said, you know. So Leroy George, you're winning at the poll. 65%. Well, you know that they said that 100% have to vote before you get an accurate reflection. Loud appeal. Let's see what is going to happen. Not out, said the umpire. Good that they burned the 2 reviews, so we don't have to worry about that. It struck him outside the half stump. 108 for 3. So Leroy George, I don't agree with the poll result, but again, boy, I don't agree with that poll result. I'm telling you, I never know how something can be logical and insane at the same time. Because insane means illogical, you know. So you're saying that it is logical and illogical at the same time. So the next question now. So the next poll, I'm going to put up a poll. Next poll. Swept away, reverse sweep by Hope. 109 for 3 after 29.4. Was it dropped at first slip? They are laughing at us, you know, because they're saying that these guys can't play this shot. Oh, no, it never catch him. A good movement there. So what's the poll now is, and I'm making sure to say, what lever ODI batsman, and I'm making sure it's ODI. What lever ODI batsman? I'm putting the 3 of them together. I'm not doing them separately. Because the 3 of them are doing as about the same. I mean, Carti is more consistent since 2023, and I guess that's when he got in the side. Hope has been consistent all over his career, and Rutherford have been very consistent in the last year. What level ODI batsmen are Rutherford? I know some persons would prefer me to Rutherford, Hope, Carti. So Carti, C come first. So put Carti at top. Carty. And Hope come before Rutherford. Rutherford. So tell me, which level you think they are? Oh, I need to put a question mark there, so. I love it when we make a statement and put a question mark and you guys don't see the question mark, you know, and you assume so some say. Like all the one when I put the one that about Shea Hope. As they score away down to backward point, they will get 2. I said Shea, I think I don't quite remember how the title go, but it said that Shea Hope will resign at the end of the T20 series. And I think it's 3 question mark I have at the end of it. And person said, how you know that? It's a question I ask. The question mark is there. I ask a simple question. You have to look for the question mark. So there's a poll. You know, say, no, me do the question wrong, don't. No, man. You know, right, man. You know, do it wrong. You see. You know what I try to do it, you know, because I know me I do it. I know me I do it. Let me read your comments then. Let me read your comments then. Sheldon Smith is saying Carti sample size is not big enough. Well, neither do Rutherford too, because isn't that Carti played more matches than Rutherford? Yes. Time for Rutherford to take some risks. The batting lineup is long enough. This one hit high in the air. Let's see what happened. The fielder gets down there, took the catch. Rutherford take the risk and he's out. Gone for 15 from 39. Michael Douglas, he took the risk and he's dead. He's gone. West Indies are down to 20 overs. Yeah. I am starting to worry a bit about our strike rate. Yeah. So Rutherford gone. What we really want to see doing is the other team bat on this pitch, you know. It can't be again those off volleys that Rutherford were blocking. I don't understand. Mangari said send in Moti now. Now I wouldn't send in Moti. I definitely send in Chase. Man. You have to send Chase, man. Chase have a strike rate of 100 in the series thus far, you know. 100. Well, again, no, too many overs leave. But that's send Chase, man. He might have a strike rate of 100 in the series. And multi strike rate is a 130 or something like that. He scored what? It's 170, I think. But I understand your point, Mango Reef, but I want to send him. Michael here, Frame says your fault why him out. You have to send in. Yeah, I agree. You have to send in Chase. Yeah, man. You might have a strike rate of 100 in the series thus far. You have to send him. I told you they need some cow foot soup. Yeah, we're saying weak or some porridge, some cornmeal porridge. You need some good, strong cornmeal porridge. Or even if you're not like cornmeal porridge, you need some ton cornmeal. Some ton cornmeal with enough coconut milk, the original dry country coconut. Not the packaged manufactured one, no. I thought the original coconut. So, you know, so you juice some of the coconut. You juice some of the coconut and you cut up some of the coconut and put it in the ton cornmeal with some good corn pork. You know, the long time country corn pork where you kill the wild hog, and when you kill the wild hog, your grandmother corn it. When they say corn it, then put salt on it and then drop in it in one bucket. And then lock down the bucket. And it did it for 2 weeks. And you know, when it did it for 2 weeks, it get touched and magic start heat some of it and then take it out of the bucket and them wash it and them cut off piece of it and put it in the ton cornmeal. Not the sweet, so. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Yo. Who remember them days then? Yeah, man. When they say that if you can't put it's not. When I say if you can't put no touch, it not taste good. If you are from Jamaica, you remember them days, let me know. When them say if the can't put don't touch. Mr. Brown, you to open for the Windies and I'll bat at number 4, Patrick Smith, and 5, and Leroy George and Kevin Durham. It's not going to be easy for Pakistan on this pitch, said Sherwin Carr. We really hope so, you know. We really hope so. We really hope so. Good day, Mr. Brown. Long time. Hope it's well with you and your family. Enjoy your cricket. Yes, Philip Kane. Respect, man. I don't feel like I can watch this anymore, Sir Wilsonmans. It's boring, Wilsonmans. I'm telling you the truth. And that's why you hear me talking about all sort of things. And that's why I have to have a strong one just to keep the vibes going. Because Jano, 115 for 4 from 31 deliveries. Yeah, you're right, Wilsonmans. Rutherford and Casey both hold for roughly the same strike rate. We need to accept the pitch condition for at least a few more overs. West Indies should not press as yet. Remember, TNT running out of gas. you boy, Leroy George. Mr. Brown, Rutherford need to stop trying to hit the spinners off the back foot every time him try to play that shot, him bust the sky. Yeah. Him bust the sky a while ago for true. And he bust the sky so that you don't. Yes, Ricardo Brown. It was off the back foot. That man is perturbed. He's disturbed. He's worried. His hand on his jaw. He's fretting. Man, have a drink, man. Have a drink. You know that I find the secret of watching West Indies now. I find the secret, you know. You need to have a drink. Yeah. You need to have a drink when you're watching West Indies. You need to have a strong drink when you're watching West Indies. I need a sponsor for a strong drink. Which one of you work with a beverage company? Talk to your marketing manager. Because I need a strong drink when I'm watching West Indies. Mango, you say cranberry and vodka is the drink. I hear you, boss. I hear you. I hear you, boss. Talk to them. Mr. Brown, Rutherford, the young man is strong. Just hit the damn God ball straight through the line. See ball, hit ball. Yes. Frame, you can't be a Manchester United man and I call that word, you know. You can't be. Check Ray and Neville. Okay, Ray and Neville is 100 years old this year, and I don't. 100 years old. Yes, that's our new West Indies Spectators brand. We have to drink when watching our boys play. Yes, Leroy George, I just realized. I need a spirit sponsor. Which one of you work with a beverage company or have a friend who is in marketing manager with a beverage company, so that we can have one when we are doing these watch along, you know, and promote their brand and drink it on screen, because I realize that you need to be doing these things. Or no, Peter Graff, I don't go there, boss. I'm not. It's your choice. You do your thing, but I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't touch it, Peter Graff. But everybody choice. Everybody have them choice. Leroy, yes, Leroy, good to get in a drink now. Yes, everybody have them choice, Peter Graff, but I don't do that, you know. I don't do that. But everybody entitled to their choice. Lol, not a strong drink. You have to have a good heart. It said Peter Kane. Yeah. The strong drink will work too, man, because the strong drink will relax you. You can imagine if I didn't have a strong drink, how I'd be cursing now. 118 for 4 after 32 overs. Chase is on 2 from 3. Hope is on 35 from 42. Hope is playing a good looking knock, you know, so it's sure that the pitch can bat. Or as some person say, oh, this is what the Hope fans them know. No, this is a big point for the Hope fans, you know. Big point for the Hope fans, you know. You see, and this is the thing now, you know, sometimes the old people, them, when a man say Hope can't bat, the old people then cuss them. But you know, cuss, man. If a man disagree with your opinion, you know, for cuss, you must at this now you need for sure say Hope a big bat. Because everybody else is struggling on this pitch, and Hope is 35 from 42 deliveries. Everybody else is struggling, but yet still Hope is on 35 from 42 deliveries. So the Hope fans them now need to call out this and say, look at Hope. Look at Hope in that innings. Brandon King's strike rate was 62. Well, he never stay around. Brandon King was 62. Evan Lewis was 68. Casey Carti was 37. Shafrain Rutherford was 37. Rastan Chase is 66 so far. And Shea Hope has just hit a 6. And so he's the 141 from 44 deliveries. And his strike rate is 93. So Shea Hope fans, here is some good argument for you. Instead of attacking purses, instead of, you know, because they tend to attack purses. If you say Shea Hope can't bat, them call you all sort of name and them things there. But they don't need to do that. This is what they must talk about. Say, look, everybody else is struggling, and look at the big bat. The big bat just take it to them easily. So that was strike rate of what? 93, when everybody else in their 60s and their 30s. And Hope drives this through the gap in the offside down towards the field and the cover boundary. Yeah, man. So that is the argument that the Hope fan they must make now and say I'm a big bat. Yeah, this is a good argument. 42 from 45 when everybody else has struggled. 92 strike rate, everybody the 66 and 50 and 30 odd. You know, they are very poor, so pitiful, it's damn shame, said Valney. Man, you are the best, you are the best team, and this is the best team, and this is the best show on earth, said Patrick David. Thank you, boss, thank you. Hope is slowing down instead of speeding up. Sheldon, I don't know. Sheldon, take off a glass the way you have and go wash it and put it on back. He's not slowing down. He's speeding up. He has been at this rate. He has been, what, 80 yard, and now he's in 90 yard as he goes deep in his crease and play that out to cover. I was in Carti's country, and a man said they couldn't eat a 6 on a small ground green banana porridge. Can't even help them, lol. I was in Carti. Hope is on 42 from 47. Chase is on 3 from 4. 33 overs bowl, 126 for 4. I was in Carti country, and a man said they couldn't eat a 6 on a small ground. Green banana porridge can't even help them, lol. No, I told you what they need, you know. They need some ton cornmeal with some corn pork where I touch when it locked down in the barrel, and it did it for 2 weeks, well salt, and magic start take it, and then take it out and wash off the magic and cook it. And cook it in the ton cornmeal. Yeah. Oh, Patrick Davis said that he's drinking something from that company. He's drinking Dragon Stout at the moment. Cool, Patrick Davy. Patrick Davy. As Chase looked to turn that into the outside, and there is no run. Chase is in form, so this is a moment probably of switching gear. 3 from 5. Let's watch now. Who is that person? Who's that person there, Sheldon? Now has to Chase, and Chase sweeps high in the air. It gone a long way. It goes over the boundary for 6. I think it drops over the boundary for 6. Oh, 4 they gave him. So he's on 7. He was in control of that. He had no intention of hitting it down. All the time hitting it up. Look. Oh, I'm wrong. It's top edge. He was looking to... I think he was trying to hit it up. Nonetheless, it's 4 runs. It's 4 runs. So, Leroy George, let's see. Because this could be good. We're coming up to the drinks break now, you know. Coming up to the drinks break. 130 for 4. Bowls to Chase. Chase off the back foot, plays it back down to the pitch. And the bowler field. I think after this over, there will be it will be the second drinks break. Could we get to 250? Yeah, we can. 10 runs are over is what? 170. We can get to 300. Don't. 10 runs and over from here, we can get to 300. Not realistic though. If we got 6 runs and over from here, that's another 102. 6 runs are 102. So we can, I think we can get to 250, Sheldon. Yeah, I think so. We can. We can. We can get to 250. We definitely can get to 250. I think so. Is that Sammy hiding behind the partition in the glass? It looks like Sammy is hiding. Is he hiding? 131 for 4 after 33.5. Hope is on 42. West Indies can get about 7 runs and over from here. So 7 runs and over from here, you know, would be 117, 19. That edged away by Shea Hope down towards the third man boundary for 4 more. So he moves up to 46 from 48. Yeah. So when persons say, boy, Shea Hope is not a good test batsman, you know. He's not a good batsman and them thing there. Instead of person saying, oh, you hate Shea Hope, what Shea Hope do you and all of them things there. These are the things that you must point out, man. That when nobody else could bat on a pitch, where everybody else have a strike rate of 66 and so on, Shea Hope was striking at 90, you know, and that's how you make an argument, you know. You need to build up your argument instead of attacking. When a person make a comment, you don't attack the person, you attack the comment. You know? Yeah, attack the coming. Well, I've been going for 30 overs now. I think this is a good spell. So let's join you back like after 10 overs. So I'll come back after the first drinks break. At the end of the first drinks break in the Pakistan innings, so it's generally taking about 14 or 15 overs, maybe 17 overs. But whatsoever that first drinks break is, after that, I'll join you live after the first drinks break. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you at the first ball after the drinks break in the Pakistan innings. I'll be back live. Take care now. Have a good afternoon. See you then. It was a pleasure. I really enjoyed this morning. I need to have a nap. Jano.